7.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Backpacking Podcast. We are back, Jeremiah. It is season 5 of the Backpacking Podcast. Are you glad to be here, man?
Season 5, baby. We've been doing this a while. This is fun.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like we were meant to do this.
That's right. We're back on Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're listening and not watching, come tune in, join us, comment away, talk to us. We would love to hang out.
Yeah, seeing a lot of comments on here. People are liking the new music, man.
I saw. That's what's up, man. You did a good job on that.
You know, it took me a while to record that. You know, it was to hire the professional musicians and get the studio and all the things. It was a lot of work, but I pulled it off, man. I pulled it off.
You did great. You only had to learn 2 new instruments.
Yeah, I played all of them except for the organ. That was the only one I didn't play. So, man, with it being a new season, there are new things to expect this year, but there are some things that will still be here. And one of those things is the fake news ticker, which is up and running. And we are off to the races for season 5, ready to go. And Jeremiah, I think it's a good idea right now to talk a little bit about our sponsor.
Oh, let's kick off season 5 with today's episode sponsor.
That is Outdoor Vitals. Live ultralight. Jeremiah, can I show you something really quick?
Absolutely. I'd love to see.
So I got something. I got a little something, and I haven't shown anybody really yet.
Okay.
I haven't done it, but I have it right here, and it is this guy right here. Can you see this?
What is it? 40th?
It's the Outdoor Vitals 40th one-person tent. It's a trekking pole tent. And I started doing tents probably in the spring. Still like hammocks better, but I'm still trying to find the right tent because there are just sometimes when, like if you're above the tree line, it's just not possible to do a hammock.
Sure.
So needing to make sure we have a tent for certain issues. And I picked this one up. It's a one-person tent, and it is about 1.5 pounds. Not only is it about 1.5 pounds, but this thing is made like a fortress. It's called the 40th, but you notice that sounds a lot like fortress because this thing is made to handle high winds and crazy weather. And it's amazing what this thing can handle. As a matter of fact, Taysom from Outdoor Vitals said he prefers this over their own freestanding tent in bad weather conditions. Can you believe that?
That is very surprising, being that it's non-freestanding, so you got to use the trekking pole. But you know what that means? Typically, it's going to be lighter because you don't have to carry the poles. You already have them with you.
That's right. And I cannot wait to get this thing out. Just got it like last week. So I am super stoked about getting that on the trail.
Well, I'll tell you a couple pieces of gear that I have from Outdoor Vitals. I have been wearing this thing out, dude. Their altitude hoodie.
Oh, yeah, I got one too.
Yeah, it's super breathable, perfect. Right now it's super hot in Kentucky. I don't know about what it's like where you live, but this thing is absolutely fantastic. It has a hood, so it keeps the sun off of you. And I do want to mention, by the way, it is ultralight for a reason. It only weighs 4 ounces, so it's probably the lightest shirt that I own.
And I'm gonna be honest, man, I've been wearing that thing all the time for the last few weeks since I got it.
Yes.
Because it's stinking hot in Kentucky right now, and it's almost like it's almost like you're not wearing a shirt at all. I mean, it's so breathable.
Yes, absolutely fantastic. And I will mention one more. I ordered and have been using the Coda UL backpack, and it is a travel and adventure backpack. So this thing is framed. It's got a hip belt, but it is removable. So like when I ride the motorcycle to work, I can take that hip belt off. Or if I'm traveling and want to take all my stuff and I'm carrying a little extra weight, hip belt works out perfect. It's gigantic space in there, man. It's got all kinds of pockets. I'm always losing stuff, so pockets are fantastic for storing all that.
Oh, yeah. It's a great company. We've been fans of theirs for a couple years now, and can't thank them enough for sponsoring this video. So thank you, Outdoor Vitals, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into what we're all here for. And those are the comments people are leaving already. Jeremiah, have you read some of these as they're coming up?
I see the Pizza Ninja.
Okay, look at this right here. I thought the fake news was going to be Jason branded wag bags.
Oh, that's a good one.
Be here next week. Jeff Peters, if Jeremiah's glasses were any more round, he'd be Harry Potter Stringer.
Oh, look, getting some comments on the glasses, John. What?
Yeah, I think they look really good, man. I like them. I like them. A little different look for you. And then the Pizza Ninja, of course. I'm crossing my fingers that with season 5, I finally win a poop hammock. You know, we may have to give one of those away this year, man.
That's a good idea, dude.
I think we're going to have to do that. There's a lot of comments in here too about Outdoor Vitals. A lot of fans of Outdoor Vitals in here, so that's awesome. But that's not why we're here. I mean, Outdoor Vitals is our sponsor, but they're not the reason we're here right now. They just help pay the bills and keep the lights on.
That's right.
Today, the reason we are here is for a man who really needs no introduction. Because if you are into backpacking, you're probably watching this guy's videos. And I don't know where he gets all the time to hike all the places he hikes, but the dude goes everywhere. And we're going to talk here in a second about a trip that he just took recently. But let's bring on the man, the myth, the legend, Brad Crow Felton. What's up, dude?
What's up? How's it going?
It's good, man.
And John is so right about you taking all these trips, dude. I remember it felt like it was just yesterday. We were in the Sipsey Wilderness of Alabama, and then turned right around and we were in the Smokies. And I was
every trip.
Yeah, I was just hiking with this guy last week, and here we are on another epic adventure.
You know what it is? Crow is positioning himself so that he can retire from his life in law and focus as a YouTuber. So he's morphing slowly out of the career into the career he really wants. And
Either that or
professional
a Walmart,
hiker.
Maybe a Walmart greeter, one of the two. I
don't know. So man, both of us have had the chance to hike with you multiple times. Both of us have had a chance to be down in your home state of Alabama with you, and we both got a chance to hike with you here in Kentucky. And I have to say, man, you're a strong hiker.
It comes and goes. It's like this 1 week to the next, maybe strong, maybe weak. You just never know.
You got to get better at taking compliments, dude. I'm just saying, you got to get better at taking compliments. But no, I think I really enjoyed the trip we did in Alabama.
That was so much fun.
That was so fun. You know, the funny thing we talked about this a couple weeks ago, and actually on one of our episodes, I hadn't fallen on a trail in over a year and a half, and I fell 3 times on the one day.
Oh yeah,
on that trip. Remember that? The one I got on film, or I got on camera.
Yeah, you were just like looking up at the sky.
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
They had just put that rock there that day, so I mean, how would you have known?
I'll tell you what. I went hiking with Southern Hike. I went hiking, and we're walking on this trail. It's beautiful. There was one rock on the entire trail. Guess who stepped on it? So
I'll tell you, this is unfortunate for you, man. But one of the funniest parts of my video for the Smokies trip, can you guess what it was? It involved you.
When I busted in the chair?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, this man. Well, you can tell everybody what happened.
So I reached up to get something near the fire, and when I did, I had my jacket on my Helinox Zero, and I reached up, and of course it leans back and falls, and I sit back down on it and just crunch it like a cheap lawn chair. It just crunched up.
But did they do you right?
They did. You told me to start the warranty. I told them what happened. I didn't like fudge it or anything. I told them exactly what happened, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll fix it." They wanted me to fix it. They said, "Hey, we'll give you the pieces and you fix it." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not good at that stuff, so I'll let them do it."
I was just about to say, they told me the same thing, and I said, "Yes, absolutely, send me the stuff." But mine was just replacing the shock cord, and I did not realize how easy or simple those chairs were. It's literally like a few pieces of aluminum with some shock cord. But they said, "Look, if you'll pay the shipping to send it to us, we will take care of it. You don't have to worry about it." And I was like, "Nah, I'm too cheap. You just send me the shock cord."
If we're talking about chairs for a second, have you guys seen the chair from Big Agnes that's out?
No.
What is it?
It weighs 1.5 pounds. So it's a 0.5 pound heavier than the Chair Zero, but it's a 0.5 pound lighter than the Chair One, and it sits 15 inches off the ground.
Okay, that's good.
I was telling Jason
Yeah.
about this because you told me about it before, and we were shopping at this REI while we were doing this little mini vacay and could not find it. And I was like trying to Google it, and I was like, I cannot remember what this is. John was telling me about this magic chair.
It's got to be magic. It's got to be like witchcraft. I'm going to look it up real quick while we're sitting here talking because, like, I'm not kidding you, dude. I found it. And I couldn't believe it.
Well,
So, Big Agnes, the mother of comfort. That's what their website says.
Does it have like a reclining thing on the bottom so that you can lean back or something?
Nemo has one of those.
Oh, okay.
I tried Nemo's, like I guess it's kind of suspends you. It's got like a hinge on each side, and you sit in it. I didn't like it.
I don't think I'd like that.
I haven't sat in it. I just know about it. That's all.
Oh, okay.
So
John's looking it up.
Oh, I think I might have found it. Let me see here.
You're going to be able to share that with us?
I will. I'm going to share this in a second. I'm going to because, okay, here it is. This is it. Okay. Let me bring this up. I'm going to take off what we were going to show later, and we'll just have to bring it back up later.
All
so, right. Let me, you guys are in the screen.
John is such a professional. So people that don't watch the video, like I'm looking at you guys on my screen, but John's camera in front. So he's so professional.
Okay. This is the chair. It's $150. It's the Skyline UL chair. Okay. So you can see it right here. Look how high that sits.
That's nice.
Okay. And I'm going to scroll down. Let me see if I can get it to zoom in over here. Look at this. Seat height, 15 inches. Weight, 1 pound, 11 ounces.
Can you do the picture in picture layout so we can see a little bit more zoomed in on there?
You mean like that right there?
I think. There we go.
That's pretty cool.
Look
Sits
at this.
Up high.
It sits up real. Look at that. I just know I want to. Oh, look at Dave off grid. Look at this. This guy right here. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
$2 off.
Yeah, buying Crow another strawberry graham cracker bar. Whatever that means. I'm sure you guys get it. Look at this. Backcountry exposure. Devin says, and it doesn't sink like the Zero because the bend in the back legs. Ooh.
Yeah, look at that bend.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That could be boys.
Looks like I'm ordering something soon.
This could be happening. This could be happening because I'm telling you what, I like the chair Zero. I like the chair 0.5 much better. Because I created it.
That's true.
But I also just don't like sitting that low. I've never liked that.
Yeah. As you get older, you get up and your knees, like you getting up, you have to roll out of the seat and then roll over and get up. I don't like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. So Crow, we got to talk now.
Okay.
Let's get off this chair for a second. Let's get off the chair. We don't need to be on the chair right now. I want to talk about Utah.
Utah?
I want to talk about Utah because you did a trip recently to a place I've been wanting to go for a while. And I had plans to go a couple years ago. It didn't work out and just haven't been able to get out there yet. You went to the Uinta Mountains in Utah.
Number one all time for me. I just absolutely love that place. I've never been to a place, in the Southeast, you're in the green tunnel. All you do is see trees. And then I go out there and as far as I can see, even with my bad old eyes, I could see just miles and miles of these basins, and then you climb up to this pass and you got to somehow negotiate over that pass. And it was the most beautiful stuff I'd ever seen. I've never seen anything like it. Of course, just being in the Southeast, mostly hiking in the Southeast, I don't get to see views like that. So
it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Like, I don't know what's more beautiful, your face in the picture or the actual scenery in the background. What do you think?
Yeah. John is he's got a bunch of pictures that I believe looks like they're all taken by Crow on this trip on the Uintas. And if you want to see it, just check it out on YouTube, the video version. But John's going through them right now and showing some amazing photography. There's Pax a lot.
Yep. And Jay Ben hikes. And then Cash Max is in the back. He's from Utah as well. So he met us out there we did Mount Timpanogos, and then we did Kings Peak while we were on the Highline Trail. So, that was a beast. because you're climbing over boulders like the size of cars to get up there. There's no real trail. You just kind of negotiate your way.
What's that?
And
Now, who is that in the front with you?
so it's Pax a
Okay,
lot.
what happened to his arm, dude?
Okay, he busted it on Mount Temp. Was coming down. There's a lot of shell rock, and he busted it. He just like
Yeah, he did.
ripped it open. But it gave him some street cred, though. You know, the videos, he's got that, you know, hurt arm, so it made him look like he was tough.
Well, yeah, dude. I mean, I'm looking at that. I couldn't tell if he like fell or he had a shark bite. Like that's intense, man.
So what we did is we did Mount Timpanogos, which is 11.7, I think. We did that as our first day when we got there, just to acclimate to the altitude, because, you know, I'm at the highest mountain in Alabama is 2,400 feet, Mount Chiaha. And then we jump out there to 11,000 feet. So I got my doctor to prescribe that Diamox, that altitude sickness medicine.
Yeah, I use that on Kilimanjaro.
And it worked. I mean, like I felt good the whole time.
So when you took it, did you get the tingly fingers?
I did. I didn't know that was what that was, but you know, yeah, I got tingle fingers. And I was like, oh gosh, what's going on? Am I dying? But no, it was that.
There were 16 of us that did Kilimanjaro, and of the 16 of us, I think 12 of us used Diamox, and we all had the same reaction. It was like it's only for about an hour after you took them, but man, that tingle in your fingers was just weird, you know?
Yeah.
But it definitely helped. It definitely helped. So okay, so we got your Z-Packs commercial here going on.
Yeah.
And then this was the view. I was like, dang, bro, look at that.
Yeah, so I think that's Porcupine Pass. It goes in that, you can't see it from that height, but when we got down there, I kept seeing this like cotton looking stuff down at the bottom, and I got closer, there were sheep. There was like 700 sheep down there, and there were these two dogs, these sheep dogs. They were like massive dogs. One of them was nice, and the other one did not want us anywhere around his sheep. And he kind of came at me a little bit, and I think Paxalot's got kind of like a dog whisperer. He was able to back him down, but I was a little nervous.
Wow, man, that's just a beautiful shot. I mean, wow.
So the Highland Trail,
sheep in this one.
Yeah, the Highland Trail is like those cairns. That's how you negotiate it. I mean, he had his Garmin Explorer, Paxalot did, so he could see when we were off the trail, but there's multiple trails, and so you got to stay close to those cairns. And, you know, I don't have those in the Southeast, so I was like, what is this? But you could see off in the distance, you just follow the cairns through the basin to get to the next pass.
Yeah, there's not a lot of trees down there to mark, is there?
No trees, man. It's a high desert, so everything looks like that, like a desert with some green on the bottom. So you just follow the cairns, and we actually, at one point, we got Jay Ben Hikes had left his tripod, and it fell out of his pocket. So he went back to get it, and we were like a mile down that basin and turned around, couldn't see him. And I was like, oh no, now what are we going to do? We're 15 miles from any road. And so Pax just shot his gun up in the air, and it echoed through that valley, and then we were able to find him. So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
How far apart are those cairns?
It depends. I mean, I think some people just threw up some cairns to throw us off course, because I saw cairns everywhere. I was like, wait, what's this one? What's this one? You know, but they were everywhere on that trail. You just, you know, you see in the distance. I mean, there's a trail, but as you get closer to the tree line, things just start getting a little choose your own adventure books from the 80s. You know, like go to page 5, kill the dragon, or go, you know, whatever. It's like a choose your own adventure, but it's amazing. I had never seen mountains like that. You know, just you're hiking. All of a sudden, oh, there's a mountain away. I guess we got to find a way around it or over it. And so you just look at the V, and there's a V, and that's your pass. And then you just switch back to the top, go over, and you see another basin. I was in sensory overload, man. It was just so beautiful.
I mean, that's amazing. That's just absolutely amazing, man.
That right there is Red Knob Pass. It's, to me, the most beautiful pass on the Highland Trail. Just 360 views. I sat up there for like 30 minutes and didn't say a word. I felt like I was in heaven. I I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And then you go straight down out of that into that basin and go to the next pass. But those white cap like mountains all around are just the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
You know what I
It looks
love about
amazing.
the terrain like that is whenever you like you sit on top, right? And a lot of times when you're on top, you can look around, you get that 360 view, and you could be like, wow, yesterday we were all the way over there. And then you get down like the basin, like you were saying, and you get to look back up and be like, man, 3 miles ago, I was sitting right up there.
Yeah, that blew my mind. So that picture right there, that is Dead Horse Pass. And a little crazy thing about that. So that night we were fishing for uh, tiger trout in that one. I think it's tiger trout. I didn't catch anything. I'm not much of a fisherman, but I'm sitting there and I hear this earthquake like sound, and off in the distance, not on the trail, but this boulder like the size of a microwave just starts crashing down and then hits the water.
Wow.
And I turned to Pax-a-Lot and I was like, so dude, where's the trail? And he goes, oh, it's about 50 yards to the left. We're fine. I was like, no. There's rocks all up there. Any of those could come down on us. It's crazy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, what is this right here, man?
Okay, so I've never been in a survival situation before, but that was it. And I quickly learned what skills I had, which was almost nothing. So it was 76 degrees. We were hiking along. It's beautiful. You know, I'm singing Def Leppard or something, some 80s song. I'm just
You were
hiking.
singing? I can't
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that. I can't believe that.
and then all of a sudden I see this wall cloud, and Pac's like, oh man, we got about 20 minutes. I was like, 20 minutes to what? He's like, oh, it's about to get real. And then the next thing, it starts hailing. It's little bitty BBs, and it gets a little bigger. And then it starts bouncing off my fingers. I'm like, ow, that hurts. And so I put on all my stuff, my rain gear, and then I'm just standing under one of these little pine trees, not like the pine trees in Alabama. These have the limbs that go all the way to the bottom, which was good because Pax, you know, he has like real survival skills. I got zero skills. And so he looked at me and he's like, okay, dude, I'm shivering. I'm looking like a little child. I'm just shivering. And it dropped from 75 degrees down to 40 degrees in a matter of about 10 minutes.
Wow.
And it was crazy, you know, because the whole trail is above 10,000 feet.
Yeah.
So as you're hiking, it has its own weather patterns. And I saw how quickly it came in. So Pax had a little tarp there. He got it to stretch out, and then he got a fire going in. You can see all that white around the fire. That's hail. It was all that was
What?
hail.
Oh my God. I was like, what is
All
all
that is hail. And he got the fire
Wow.
going with some that Bigfoot bushcraft fire starter, the little waxy one.
Yeah.
He got it going, and you know, we were in shorts, so my legs looked like, you know, just freezing up, and I just put my butt against the fire. I didn't even care if it like burned my pants. I was just like wanting to get warm.
Dude,
Wow.
that same thing happened. Like this picture that we're looking at, go back real quick, John, please. That picture that you're looking at, I didn't even take a picture because we were survival situation, like freaking out. But same thing happened to us in Colorado. And dude, the temperature dropped. We got the hail, we got the rain rolling in, and we had to like scoot up against a rock, throw a tarp up, and light a fire. And, you know, just wait it out. We had people with altitude sickness. It is, you get up there in those elevations. I was telling Pax-a-Lot, I was hiking with him, like, I don't know. It was the middle of the week, and it was like a couple weeks till you guys were about to leave. And he was telling me about you guys, or you flying in, and I was like, you're going to kill this guy, dude. Like, you were going from 2,000 feet that he's living at to like your idea of acclimation is flying in and then driving to 11,000 feet. And then that's that. I was like, this is insane. You can get into some real survival situations, man. It's scary.
Well,
I'm going to add something to that too, because when I did Kilimanjaro, we got to about once we hit about 15,000 feet, we were just in clouds a lot of the time. So if you've ever been like in heavy fog, like multiply that a couple times, and that's what we were walking in. So they had us in full rain suits for a lot of the hike once we got up to a certain altitude, because it just happened to be one of those weeks where it was super cloudy, and the whole time we're walking up there and we are drenched, but there's not a drop of rain hitting us.
Oh wow.
Just walking through it.
Just walking through it because it's just wet. And I mean, I remember one day it was probably 40 degrees out and we're just walking through a cloud. I mean, it was just, and we were soaked. We got
How
back to
cool
camp
is
and everything
that?
was wet. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What
what's
were you gonna say?
interesting is this picture. So this was about 5 minutes before this group of like 5 women and their son pulls up, and so they were shivering too. They were hypothermic, pre-hypothermic, and so I was literally like 40 degrees in just a matter of minutes, and so we're all huddled around this thing, and we're all looking at each other like, is this really happening? Are we like, there's 8 of us under that little tarp, and people's legs are and their pants are steaming, from the cold and the rain, and we all just looking at each other like, I can't believe how quickly you can be in one of these situations, going from just a normal day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at this right here. I mean, and then we go to the complete opposite. We see where there probably was a forest fire at some point, and you got flowers and stuff growing.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 years ago, Pax said that it wasn't a man-made fire. Lightning hit somewhere in the Rock Basin area, which is, I think, was day 6 for us. And man, it destroyed the trail. Not only did it destroy the trail, but a lot of people, it also just destroyed the everything in it. So you can't even see the trail. We found ourselves just zigzagging on the Garmin. You could see we just zigzag back and forth trying to find the trail. Because everything, trees are all down, but you can see that little glimmer of life, underneath coming up. That's why I took a picture of those flowers coming
That's
up.
a beautiful picture, man. It's a beautiful picture. The High Uinta Wilderness. What an awesome hike, man. That had to have been a blast.
It was. I mean, so we were there 7 days. We didn't do the first like 18 miles because that's down in the forest. We started at the first pass where you're, above 10,000 feet. But Pax is a fisherman. I'm not a fisherman. But let me tell you, I am now a groupie for brook trout. Is it brook? Yeah, brook trout. I kept calling it something else, trout. But the brook trout with oh my gosh, we put lemon pepper in it, cooked it on the fire right as we caught it. I was like in heaven, like 3 nights. I didn't even take a couple of meals because he was guaranteeing me we would catch him and I would eat, and I did eat those nights. So
Who
awesome.
cleaned them?
Nice.
Was it you? Did you clean them?
Well, so he had to show me the first time, and then I was like, "Oh, this is disgusting." But you cut, you cut down the gills on both sides, and you stick your finger in the mouth, and then you pull the guts out. So I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to be good at it, but I did kind of like a couple of times when I was pulling that out. But it was worth it. Like once we got that lemon pepper on it, and he had some powdered butter, and we just put it in aluminum foil, put it on the fire for like 5 minutes on each side. Oh my gosh, that stuff just melted in your mouth. It tasted kind of salmonish. I don't know,
but it was good, huh?
Oh my gosh, that was the best stuff ever. And then so after that, I was like,
you don't think part of that was like hiker hunger, like you'd been hiking all those miles and like you could eat a cardboard sandwich and it would taste good, is it?
It might have been. I mean, I did eat like a backcountry meal, like chicken and rice with that egg in it. That was nasty. So, and I did like that. So,
well, that whole time there were comments going crazy. And I think you're starting to hit Chuck Norris level a little bit. So I'm going to read a few of these that popped up. We got Crow's a Beast, showed all of us up in the Smokies. Crow needs to retire.
Yeah, I did.
That's
you
true.
Showed everybody up?
Yeah. Dave was there. He's right.
And then Crow needs to retire and travel around, spreading the joy to all his hiker friends. And then this is where it gets fun. I'm going to play this first I'm going to show because this is where you and I agree wholeheartedly. I hear Crow loves whippoorwills.
Oh, yeah, you called them Satan's hand puppets? Is that what you call them, John?
I called them demons. I called them demons from the pits of hell. That's what I called them.
Whippoorwill.
I hate those stupid birds.
They're okay. I get used to them, but we get a lot of them in Alabama. Y'all get them in Kentucky too a lot, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, we get a lot.
Yeah.
And they're only like this big.
Yeah.
How does something that big make that much noise and make me hate life so much?
Well, they don't stop. It's like
Ever.
an alarm clock with no snooze button. They just keep going and going and going. You know.
If you add demonic before alarm clock, you nailed that. It's a demonic alarm clock with no way to turn it off. They don't sleep until noon when we're eating lunch. I would love to go find all their nests and just stand over and go whippoorwill all night and just. Anyways, so now we're gonna get to the stuff that's like talking about you in mythical proportions. Ask Crow about his near-death experience in a lightning hailstorm.
Was
That's from
was
Jake.
that was from you, Jeremiah? Was that you and me when we were
No,
up
that
on?
Oh, maybe. Did y'all have something like that? It's from J. Ben Hikes is who dropped it. So he was on the hike
Oh,
and you
he's
went.
talking about what we just talked about. I was talking about when you and I were up on that arch. We went to that arch and that lightning strike. Like
You mean like when Crow became a bright orb when lightning strikes right next to him, running 10 feet behind him, gave me a scary view of that weather power?
I was running like a little girl. I was like, "Get out of here! I gotta get out of here!"
Dude, didn't we have umbrellas?
We did, and I was making sure yours was taller than mine.
Well, here's the thing, man. Everyday Backpacker says, Mark, that wasn't lightning. That was Crow's secret super power up. And also, J. Ben said, Crow doesn't get hypothermia. Hypothermia gets Crow. So, like I said, man, you're starting to get to the level of Chuck Norris. I think we should start doing Crow comments like we do Chuck Norris comments.
That's funny.
I think that needs to become a thing on this show from now on.
Well, I can just tell you that during that storm thing, the hail I was just describing, I'm glad there wasn't video in some parts because I was in the fetal position crying for my mommy. I was so cold and I was scared to death, man. I was looking at Pax like, "You got to save me, dude." And he was like, "Oh, I got you. So,
oh man, I've got a Crow on video destroying a fish gutting session.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
Bro, that has to get out somewhere. We all got to see that.
I could see him dry heaving.
Man, everybody's talking about these whippoorwills now, man. Like, I don't know how they're still alive. I think, is it wrong to think some animals should be extinct? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm probably going to I'm going to get canceled now. I should shut up.
I got a question for you, Crow, unless you got other comments you want to show, John.
No, man, keep going.
So just for context here, you said 7 days was the length of your trip, right?
yeah.
And that whole trail, you skipped the beginning part, but how many miles total did you all do across those 7 days?
So I think it was close to 80, something like 78 or 80. The whole trail is at 105. So we did about 12 to 14 miles a day, I think. And what it was is each day we just did a pass. One day we did 2 passes because they were smaller. But when we did that Dead Horse Pass, I mean, there was no trail. I was sitting there looking at it going, wait, I see little ants going up there, but I don't see a trail. And he was like, yeah, it's a little sketchy. And then I'm looking over the side like, oh, it's more than sketchy. I mean, you bringing an Alabama boy out here to hike on a trail that's like the size of the width of my foot, you know?
So are you?
Yeah.
Hey, I have to put this out here, Jeremiah. This has to be shown right now. Because according to Everyday Backpacker Bob would not have cried.
Who's
Now, why didn't now? Where was Backpacker Bob on this trip?
He made an appearance. I didn't see him, but apparently there's a video coming out where Bob was sent a secret trail map, and he hitchhiked out to Utah, and he's trying to find the trail, but he ended up at Skinwalker Ranch. He was dropped off there where all the UFOs are in Utah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so can you explain to our listeners and our viewers who may not know who this guy is, kind of explain who he is and how you guys met up?
He lives in a van somewhere down the road from me sometimes.
Is it down by the river?
Yep. And he'll come by. I've had him cut my grass a few times, but he steals food out of my refrigerator and stuff a lot.
Wow.
And he just shows up on some of these trips. He's an absolute idiot. Just to tell you the truth.
Sounds like you have a high opinion of him.
He's okay. I mean, he's just annoying. But yeah, he fought Sasquatch. If you've seen the video, he fought Sasquatch in a
Didn't they have
battle
a
royal.
dance battle?
They had a dance off,
That's
and
what I thought. Yeah.
he lost. Bob lost his kayak, his backpack, and his coat. So
Man,
brutal.
yeah.
Hey, there are more mythical Crow comments coming out. Crow punched his way through one of the mountains because the trail overpass wasn't clear. Also, Crow was dying of starvation, ate a handful of Halloween candy, and hiked another 50 miles.
Dude, I will eat some Halloween candy. That's for sure.
I gotta say, for the record, the amount of miles that you're doing at that elevation is incredible, dude. Incredible. I was doing like 6 or 7 miles in Colorado at that elevation, and I guarantee you, yours is just as tough, if not tougher. And doing that kind of mileage, you're a beast, dude.
It was
Hiking
tough.
beast.
I mean, I was beat up. When I got back home, I was beat up. Absolutely. I broke my toe on some stupid rock that I fell off of in the creek, and my toe got all swollen and black, and I was like, oh, and I wanted to cry, but I just kept going. It's like the last day, so I just kind of toughed it out. But
That's
yeah,
great.
we were beat up. Pax was beat up too. His feet were a mess. I mean, they were pruned up and blistered. Jay Ben, he's always a beast of a hiker, but he got a little bit of this altitude sickness on a few days, but he toughed it out. I mean, I don't know. There was no turning back. There was no road. There's no trail towns. It's just freaking sheep and moose and stuff. It's just go. You just gotta go.
That's awesome. Well, hey, I want to do something real quick if we can. We always like to have some games and stuff. I want to do a little game with you and Jeremiah, if that's okay. Can we do that?
Okay.
Okay, so this is what we call rapid fire. What is Crow doing? Where'd he go?
Crow, he's gone. Well, what is rapid fire?
I don't know where he went, man.
We're gonna play this game.
I really was hoping that we'd get to like hang out with him, but what's going on in there? Like, I see his elbow. Wait. Whoa, no.
Oh,
what is going on?
Hey,
are we getting hijacked here?
what's up, guys?
What'd you do with Crow?
He went out to go get something to eat. I don't know where he went. I've been hiding in his basement for a couple of days.
Oh my goodness. Well, Crow, you want to play a game?
Play a game. What you got? Some foosball?
I guess I should say Bob. You're not Crow, are you?
Crow, he's got something to eat. I'll play a game. Foosball, ping pong. What you got?
It's the same thing. Okay, so here's how the game's gonna go. You guys are both gonna stay on here the whole time. I'm gonna say a word, and you have to say the first word that comes to your mind. And Jeremiah, you go second, but you can't say the same word that Bob says.
Okay.
Okay?
This sounds complicated.
It is, but I think you're so intelligent, you're gonna be able to handle this really well.
Y'all got anything to eat?
I do. Just come on up to Kentucky. I'll have something for you.
All right.
So the first word I want you, or the first thing I'm going to mention, I want you to give me a one-word answer for. Mountain house. You got to give me an answer, Bob.
Oh, you want a word?
Yeah, I want one-word answers. So when I say mountain house, what do you think of?
Backpacking with Jason.
Jeremiah, what's your answer?
I was gonna say gross, but I can't top that.
Oh, that was 3 words. You just said 1 word. I just
But
say
you know what?
Jason.
That was we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, so second phrase that I want to get an answer from you guys from. Trowel. Go, Bob.
Poopy.
Jeremiah?
I can't say the same thing he was gonna say. Let's see, 6-inch hole.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Okay, next phrase. Are you ready, Bob?
I'm ready. Born ready.
Okay. Crow flies hiking.
Best friend.
Do you actually talk to Brad ever?
Nah.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I'm definitely not picking up on that. Jeremiah, what do you think?
Sasquatch.
Ooh, Bob, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead there.
What was it like having a dance battle with Sasquatch?
He didn't have that good of moves, but the judge said he won, so I took it. I let him take my kayak, but I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna find that Sasquatch. You watch me.
So what did you do when you got left at Skinwalker Ranch?
Well, I got probed a little bit.
Oh gosh, this is a family-friendly network, Backpacker Bob.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I was real friendly with some people out there. They were real nice to me.
Oh my gosh.
They put me up. I learned a lot about aliens and government. I ain't very fond of the government no more.
So
They're all
Bob,
out to get you.
so Bob, someone's leaving a comment on here, and I want to find out if this is true. It says, "Am I the only person who thinks Backpacker Bob probably survives exclusively off Mountain Dew Code Red and teriyaki beef jerky?"
Absolutely, and some Twizzlers too. I love Twizzlers. 2 pound bag. I need them. 3 minutes. 2 pound bag.
Oh, Bob. So Bob, what's the largest amount of miles you've hiked in a day?
74.
That's it?
Yeah.
I was really thinking it was gonna be like 132
Yeah, I tried, but 74 in 8 hours.
in 8 hours. Man, you are one of the most athletic people I think I've ever interviewed in my entire life.
That's what my mama told me.
I believe it. I believe it. Did you play sports in high school?
Yep, every one of them. Everyone. Played both ways on the football team. Linebacker and quarterback.
Oh, Backpacker.
So was that your favorite sport? Was football your favorite sport?
No, it was gymnastics.
Oh, it's, for some reason I believe that.
Why gymnastics?
I was just real good with all the flippity flips.
That's awesome.
An integral part of gymnastics, I suppose. I'm not a gymnast myself, but I'll take Bob's word for it.
I can
Bob,
do a standing triple. Just stand, do triple flip right here. I can do it right here if you wanted me to.
that would be really interesting to see. Can you do that?
Nah, I don't do it.
He's got headphones on. I don't want him to get hurt. He might get.
Oh yeah, I don't want that to get all twisted up and hurt you. We don't want to do that. Well, Bob, thank you for being on our game show, man.
Yeah, anytime. Where y'all live? I'd like to come up and hike with y'all a little bit.
We live in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you should come up and visit us sometime.
That's close up there to that Tim Buckley guy. I like old Tim.
Yeah, Tim's a good dude.
He's in Minnesota, I think now.
Yeah, he's I believe he's in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Ain't going up there. It's too far. I just went to Utah, hitchhiked. Ain't going back there again. Dude.
Too much probing.
Well, Bob, thanks for being on our game show, man. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. See you later.
Just incredible.
I don't even know what to do right now.
I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure I was crying. Oh, Crow, welcome back, man.
Where did you go, man? Did you like take a bathroom break or something?
I had to go to Chick-fil-A. I had an order in the drive-through.
Man, that was. You're not going to believe this, but Backpacker Bob put on your headphones and sat down and talked to us for a little bit.
I thought I heard something in my basement down here.
I figured you'd have smelled something first.
Yeah, he's a stinky old buzzard.
Crow, there are more comments coming out, man. Crow wants to talk to Bear into giving him his picnic basket.
Oh yeah, no, that never happened.
That would be incredible.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. So, what are some upcoming trips you got going on, man?
You know, I think that was all I had. That Utah thing. I got to rest for a while. I'm getting old, man.
Well, dude, you had
you're done backpacking forever at this point. Then that was it, Utah, and you're done. You're like, it was so nice. I'm not gonna ever go out again.
No, I think you know, we got the Penhody Fest coming up in September. If anybody's around Alabama in Silicaga, they're going to have sort of like trail days in Damascus. It's going to be a smaller version for Alabama, but our premier trail in Alabama is the Pinhoti. So the Pinhoti Outdoor Center is holding this Pinhoti Fest, and we're going to be able to stay in the park for a few nights and just hang out. So a bunch of us that are in Alabama, Leonidas, Jabin Hikes, Metro on the Move, though he's from Georgia, we've kind of accepted him into our little Alabama group.
I'm gonna say he made a comment about the Pinhoti Fest.
Yeah, so we're gonna hang out there and do some stuff. But then I think in December I'm going to do the Alabama Pinhoti. I've never just done it all the way through. I just section hike it all the time. So I wanted to do it all the way through. So that's probably December right now for me.
Has a lot of it gotten cleaned up around Chiaha Mountain? Because I know there were parts of it that were a mess when I was down there with you.
Yeah, it was. That was during all those tornadoes, I think. And I think a lot of it. I mean, we got a great trail. The Pinhoti Trail Alliance is a great group. They do some good stuff. I mean, I see them all the time on the Facebook group. They're out there, cutting trees and doing all sorts of great stuff. So love those guys for what they do and gals for what they do out there.
Well, that's awesome.
John was telling me about your all's trip, and he couldn't believe the views. And even though the elevation's not quite what it is out west, how amazing the hills and mountains were in Alabama. And I want to go back and do something similar to what John done, because whenever you took myself and let's see who else was on that trip, Jason and
Squidly.
Squid, yeah. We stayed more toward the bottoms and checked out all the waterfalls and all of that. But I would definitely like to see the views and everything, because the way John described it is incredible.
Yeah, Chiaha is just a magical place to me. I told my kids that when I finally kick the bucket, I want them to spread my ashes on this place we call Stairway to Heaven. It's on the backside of Chiaha, and you can just see for miles. I mean, of course, it's not like Utah. We're only talking about 2,500 feet, but I've just grown up there and just love that place. And I love Chiaha. It's just such a beautiful place. But I mean, you're welcome any weekend. Come and I'll show you Chiaha. It's such a beautiful place to see and climb.
Well, and I want to do what Jeremiah did when he came down and hiked with you, because I want to see Sipsy. But I'm only coming. I'm only coming if Pyro Bill comes.
Yeah, we'll have to give Pyro. He's probably not on there. He don't watch my videos. One of my best friends, and he doesn't even subscribe to my channel.
Jeremiah, this is a true story. So we all went backpacking one weekend, and we were hiking along, and he's telling us all about this guy Pyro Bill. And so we're hiking. We see this, like, it's up on Chiaha Mountain. There's an old plane that's wrecked, and so the remains of the plane are up there on the mountain. And so we're looking at that, and this dude just kind of walks out of nowhere, and there he is. It's Pyro Bill. And we get to the camp, and sure enough, there's a reason he's called Pyro Bill. Man, that dude can start a fire.
Yeah, he's good.
It's incredible. And anyway, so we're hiking along, and halfway through the hike, he goes, "So what's your channel called?" And I told him, he goes, "I'll make sure I subscribe." About that moment, Crow just stops. He's leading the hike. He stops dead in his tracks. We all just kind of stop. We're like, what's going on? And he turns around real slow, and he looks at Bill and goes, "Seriously? You still haven't subscribed to my channel yet."
He makes fun of all my videos. I try to do some inspirational videos, little short stuff, like, hey, you should move forward and stuff. And he's like, "Seriously, dude, that's the cheesiest thing I've ever seen."
That's how you know he's a true friend.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's a true friend. But I want to hike with him again, man. We had a lot of fun when we did that hike.
Yeah, Bill's a great guy.
Hey, thank you, Andy. You missed the poop story today? No, because we are 9 minutes out from the end of tonight's episode, and this is the time when we ask the question. Oh, Jeremiah, would you like to ask it?
Absolutely. So, Crow, we won't limit this only to Utah or to just one story, but what's your poop situation been like, man? Have you had any crazy things that happened whenever you were in Utah? Any poop scares? Any embarrassing things that happened to you or anybody else?
Yeah, it's so funny that you asked this, because I knew that this was coming up, and we right before Kings Peak, we're supposed to go over Anderson's Pass, and I don't know if the altitude, whatever, but like it's imminent. I mean, like I gotta go. And in those basins, there's no trees. So I found the tallest cairn I could find. It was about 5 foot tall, and I just kind of pulled some rocks out at the bottom and did my business. And I piled rocks back on, but there is no 6 inches in rock. I mean, and I kept looking up, and I know people were looking down at me, but they were too far to see that it was a person. But I just hid down in that cairn the best I could, and it worked out. Glad I did before I got up the top of the mountain.
Is that the first time that you've had nearly complete lack of privacy whenever you had to poop like that?
I think so. Yeah, I'm usually, in the green tunnel down here, I can go off in the woods, but there was nowhere to go. It was either behind that cairn or just straight shot, full moon to everybody out there. I mean, so I did the best I could.
We're getting some comments. Jeff Peters, the podcast reputation has now preceded itself. The Pizza Ninja, a poop Karen, love it. This one though, I think might be my favorite one so far. Chuck Norris once pooped so great it became the character known as Jabba the Hutt. In response, Crow took a poop so spectacular it became Flagstaff, Arizona.
Fired.
An everyday backpacker's response was Karen would definitely ask to see the manager after that. And then Girl Plus Dog Adventures said the poop story is why dog bags come in so handy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
yeah, that's a tough one, dude. It leaves you feeling quite vulnerable out there in the open. I've never had to face that myself where you have pretty much no coverage. I don't know. Do you just be like, hey guys, I'm going over here to poop. Don't look this way.
It was refreshing, to tell you the truth. I mean, I've never had like an open air poop before. So it was kind of cool, I thought. I just feel sorry for the people that came up to that cairn after me, but
yeah.
I piled a lot of rocks on top, so I think it's okay.
it's funny. It's funny. Like, have you been to? You haven't been to a Pictured Rocks yet, have you?
No, I want to go so bad.
Okay, you're gonna love pooping up there.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, because every campsite, you've got your campsite, and then you walk up a hill to where nobody can see you, and sitting out in the middle of the ground is a toilet.
Nice.
And you just get to sit there in the wide open spaces. No one can see you. You don't have to worry because you tell everybody, I'm going pooping. So nobody wants to walk up here and see that stuff.
I like it.
So you're up there and you're just enjoying all of nature while you're allowing nature to do its business. And it's fantastic, man. It is one of the greatest things about Pictured Rocks.
I like it.
I guess it's one of the greatest things outside of the beautiful scenery and the hike and all that kind of stuff. But you know what I mean? Somebody's laughing. You're going to love pooping out there.
Yeah. That's Jared. He's quoting you, dude. That if that doesn't define the podcast, that quote, I don't know what does.
Here's the thing. We all do it. Might as well enjoy it. Might as well celebrate it. You know what I mean?
Circle of life. Circle of life.
It is. We eat the animals. Then we die and they eat us. But in the midst of all that, we all poop.
Yeah.
Poop.
It's kind of the big equalizer. Everybody poops. You got to poop. It's the equalizer.
If you don't, you die. That's what happened to John. What was that? Who was it that died from overabundance of poop still in their body? Was it John Wayne?
Ooh,
he died with like 40 pounds of feces in his body or something like that.
Gosh.
Wow.
True story.
That's tough.
I mean, I don't know if it's 40 pounds. It was a lot. And yeah, I think that was one of the things that killed him. I mean, because we are huge on historical like references that are completely 100% truthful. And I have heard that story. That is a story I've heard.
Facts are totally optional.
I'm going to look it up while we're sitting here talking. You guys talk about something else.
Okay. Well, actually, I was going to ask Crow where everybody can find. I don't want to run out of time here and not give him a chance to share with everybody where they can follow his adventures and check out what he's got going on. So, Crow, we mentioned the YouTube channel. Tell us a little bit about that and where everybody can find you.
It's just As the Crow Flies Hiking. You got to put the hiking at the end, or you go to the Black Crowes band from the 80s. So you got As the Crow Flies Hiking. That's my YouTube channel. Been on there, 2.5 years or so? I don't know. And I'm on Instagram. I'm on I think that's As the Crow Flies Hiking too. And Facebook, Crow Flies as the Crow Flies or Crow Flies Hiking. I don't remember.
Okay, guys. Okay, I'm putting this up on the screen.
Oh, John has it.
John Wayne had 40 pounds of feces in his intestines when he died. Elvis had around 30 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
These people never heard of Metamucil or laxatives?
I don't. Well,
I think maybe some drugs might stop you up there. I don't know.
Yeah, in Elvis's case, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know about John Wayne, but yeah, certain drugs don't poop.
Yeah. So Jeremiah should see if GoNext makes toilet paper. that wins random comment of the night. I think that wins random that was just out of nowhere. That's awesome. Thank you, Dave Off Grid. The beard looking shapely tonight. Thank you. My outdoor beards oils do a great job for that. So, and they're not sponsoring the show. We just love them. So, well, Crow. Go ahead.
Can you put Crow's links up if you have them already?
I do.
Up, so everybody can see him because he was quoting them there, but I don't think he's super sure on the Facebook. So there's your YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/
As the Crow Flies Hiking.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Instagram, As the Crow Flies Hiking. And then the one that throws everybody off, because you told us this beforehand, Facebook is just Crow Flies Hiking.
Yeah.
Look that up and you'll find Brad and his lovely Facebook page.
Me and my ugly face.
I don't know, man. I think Backpacker Bob wins that war. I think he's the one with the ugly face, man.
Yeah.
He's got to be ugly hiding it with that much beard.
Yeah. Smells like beef and cheese is what it smells like.
I got to tell you, man, he really likes you.
Yeah. He needs to move on. Do y'all have any places in Kentucky he could come up to?
We told him we lived in Pennsylvania.
Oh, good. Yeah. Don't ever give him your address. He'll be out there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, we're having enough trouble trying to feed our own kids. I don't think I can feed him. You know? I just don't think it's going to happen.
Well, Crow, I have to say, man, I laughed so much this episode. I absolutely loved hanging out, talking to you. I can't wait till we get to go backpacking again, man. Come on
up. It's been some of my favorite trips when you and I and JK, y'all come anytime, any weekend, just come on down. I'll put you up at my house and we'll go hike.
That's going to have to happen, man. That's going to have to happen.
Jim and Nick's, I'll get you those cheese biscuit things again.
Oh,
yeah. Dude, you know,
my wife would be very thankful for that.
Mine were about to expire. And so just for everybody, so they know, last time I was with Crow, he gave us all, not last time, one of the first times, he gave us all these cheese biscuits. Shout out to, what's the name of that restaurant or company?
Jim and Nick's Barbecue.
Okay, so that's down in Alabama. And my wife and I made those to go with the meal because she was like throwing stuff away that was expiring. And I was like, don't throw those away. And then we made them, and she made them these she put them in little mini cornbread molds. And then, dude, I normally don't eat bread, but I ate like 2 or 3 of those.
Oh, they're so good.
She like put them on my plate, and then I still had to have my food left. And I was like, I got to get a few more of those.
I got to be honest with you, Jeremiah. We went down there, and he took us to Jim and Nick's to eat dinner.
Oh,
yeah, it was me and Josh. He took us down there, and brother, that food was good, man.
Good, yeah.
That food was good. I actually brought back a bottle of the Alabama barbecue, the white barbecue sauce.
So I gave y'all the cheese biscuits, and y'all gave me L8s. I love those L8s, man. Those are awesome.
Well, and we got you some Mingy Brothers too, didn't we?
Some
Mingy Brothers beef jerky.
Awesome. Yeah. Loved it. Absolutely loved that.
Definitely got to make sure we hook you up. Here's what we need to do. We just need to plan for you to come up to the gorge sometime in the near future, and we need to go down to Alabama sometime in the near future.
Absolutely.
And we just can't get enough of each other. You're just too cool, man. You got to come up.
I'm not cool, but I'll hang out with you anytime.
Well, thanks for being on, man. Thanks for being on. Jeremiah, you got anything else to say before we let Crow go hang out in the green room?
No, I think I've said my piece.
I've said all I want to say to him. I'm done.
Thanks for letting me come on. This was so much fun.
Yeah, man. If you don't mind just hanging out in the green room, we're going to come talk to you in a little bit, but we need to close things out here.
Is there food? There's food in the green room?
We got green M&Ms and everything waiting for you.
Okay. Well, it's a good deal.
All right, enjoy it. Oh man, that was awesome.
He doesn't know we mix those green M&Ms with green Skittles. Don't
Yeah,
tell
I know. And actually, it's not even the real M&Ms. It's like the cheap, like Walmart fake ones.
Only the best for our crew.
Only the ones we can afford for our crew. So we're back, man. We are back. It is season 5, and we are looking forward to another great season of live streams. This has been a lot of fun, man. For everybody who's been on tonight, we have missed you guys. This is something we love doing. The summertime, we just got a lot going on. And now that fall is here and we've got all the stuff going on with Jeremiah being back in school, my kids are now in school. So everything kind of shuts down a little bit as far as like all the extra traveling. So we're ready, man.
We're back, baby. We'll be here Monday night next week, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
That's right. More laughs and more poop. We are here for you. Can we use that as a t-shirt?
More laughs, more poops. That is good. That's
more laughs, more poops. I mean, that could be a thing.
That could be a catchphrase, man. You might have just figured it out. Crack the code.
I think it's going to happen. So for myself and Jeremiah, y'all have a good one.